MJBulls is proud to produce the Raising Cannabis Capital podcast. Today's episode will begin after this brief message from our sponsor.
This ain't no desk job, but it's what you got to do to scale up to this in a single growing season. It's how, in Oregon alone, we grew and harvested the single largest crop of CBG in the world. Grit, tenacity, hell, whatever you want to call it, the crew at Hamptown USA has it by the bucket load. Just getting our seeds in the ground back in spring and growing them till fall was nothing short of heroic. Propagation, planting, maintaining what we have, and building what we need. Trust me, this shit ain't easy. But when it comes to harvest time, our team bumps the bar up to a whole new level. Next comes processing. Everything but the top flower goes off to get turned into crude, distillate, isolate, and water-soluble ready. Our product, like our team, is nothing less than best in class. This plant has always had the power to change the world, but it needs people to make it happen. We're lucky to have those people right here at Hamptown USA.
And yet, if we look at a lot of the statistics, women have a 30% faster return on investment. They scale faster. They tend to be more ambitious. They're a good investment. And yet, we have very, very low numbers in raising that money.
From MJBulls Media, it's the Raising Cannabis Capital Show. Today we're continuing our Raising Cannabis Capital series with Kyra Reed, CEO of Kadin Academy. Kyra, thanks for being on the MJBulls podcast.
Thanks so much for having me, Dan.
So Kadin Academy, which, as I've learned, Kadin means woman in Turkish.
In Turkish, it's pronounced Kadin, but I didn't think that we would be able to push that, so it's Kadin.
Yeah, your interviewer would have got that one wrong for sure. So thank you for pronouncing it Kadin. But you're an organization that helps women entrepreneurs succeed. But before we get into the specifics of how you do that, let's talk about women in cannabis. You know, I have two daughters. One of them's in cannabis, and there are not very many women-owned cannabis businesses.
Well, actually, the truth is that 57% of cannabis businesses are majority owned by women. That was the statistics that just came out a couple of months ago from New Frontier Data. I was pretty shocked to see that. The truth is we're not getting the money that we need to scale up our businesses. We are not being hired into C-suite positions as we are qualified to and should be. So there is a tremendous amount of disparity, but when it comes to women in the workforce, it's interesting when you start to pull back the curtain on it, because women, for instance, get less than 7% of funding overall for startup companies. And yet the data shows that women have a 30% higher return on investment, 30% faster. We have less turnover. We scale faster, and we tend to be more ambitious. And this is a really interesting article from a SaaS company that came out last year that laid out all that data. We're seeing that same kind of disparity in the cannabis industry, where we have these incredibly talented, ambitious, capable women who aren't getting funded. So in fundraising overall, women have very, very low numbers. I know we're under 10%, but we get a very little bit of all the money every year that's handed out. In cannabis, it's even lower. And yet, if we look at a lot of the statistics, women have a 30% faster return on investment. They scale faster. They tend to be more ambitious. They're a good investment. And yet we have very, very low numbers in raising that money. So we've got a lot of work to do in this area. But for any women listening who are trying to raise money, go do your research and arm yourself with the statistics that are out there that show that you are a good investment. And don't lose faith. We're all out here fighting the same fight with you right now. It is probably the biggest issue women entrepreneurs have in cannabis right now.
And I'll tell you that a lot of investors are looking for good deals that are women-owned cannabis deals because they'd like a woman-owned company in their portfolio.
I agree. And I've talked to several investors who have sought me out to look at my group. Hey, we brought a woman on and wow, she blew our mind. Oh yeah, the women we brought on have become the best in our portfolio. So once they take that chance and they actually see what a woman can do, it can be pretty mind-blowing and move the needle. But if they don't get that chance to show that, they get picked over time and time again. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it is changing. And, a lot of it is the hard work of the women in this industry.
Well, that should lead us to be optimistic. But tell us about how Kadin Academy is helping women.
As I said, a lot of women are coming to the industry that don't have any business background. So what Kadin is there for is to give them the 101. Here's the 101 you need about making sure that your legal house is in order. And by the way, since you're in cannabis, you also need to know this. When it comes to your finances, this is how you set yourself up. And because you're in cannabis, here's what you need to know about 280E. And on through marketing, public relations, finances, and also advocacy. How do you become an advocate? So we're very fortunate to have a woman who was a civil rights advocate who recognizes the similarities in cannabis and came on and actually taught a whole module in our course. We also offer things like group health insurance, which is cannabis friendly. We offer discounts on professional services. We have several professionals who have put together 20 and 30-minute training videos for women. If you're building your first marketing funnel, if you need to fill out your S corporation and paperwork, there's education and learning to fill in the gaps for things that women may not know if they haven't been in business before.
I want to take a minute to tell you about some really innovative things that our sponsor, Cream of the Crop, is doing in the cannabis space. Their brand is on fire. They have the 5th best-selling indoor flower brand in the state, and they're profitable, growing their business at 10% a month year to date. They're succeeding by helping cultivators turn profits through operation management and consulting in exchange for supply agreements. By bringing 30-plus years of cultivation experience, award-winning genetics, ultra-efficient SOPs, proprietary nutrient mixes, and their brand, they're able to help both operators who are new to the space and ones who want to just increase efficiency. In fact, they just increased profits for one of their clients by $700,000 per month. Just incredible. But what's really exciting is that they're expanding their highly scalable model beyond California. That's right, they're accepting applications across the country for 2021 and 2022 partnerships. Also, if you're planning to invest in cannabis, you should definitely look at Cream of the Crop because they're doing a capital round in early 2021 to help with their brand's national expansion. To learn more about partnering with Cream of the Crop or investing in their expansion, go to creamofthecropgardens.com. That's creamofthecropgardens.com. When people become members, they have access to this educational information through your website?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's always being updated.
Yeah, I'm looking at the website right now, which is great. It's a great website. And I see here that it's only $20 a month for people to become a member. Yep. Oh my gosh. It's a really good deal.
Thank you. I've learned through my background in social media that there really is a long agenda when it comes to building this kind of an online community forum, and that making the information accessible so that women don't have big hurdles to jump over to just figure out, well, what do I need to start my business? Should I be an LLC? Should I be an S corporation? What is 280E? Why do I need to trademark my name? These are things that become huge pitfalls when you're starting a cannabis business. And where do you go? How do you find that information? Well, maybe you don't have $500 at this moment to go and hire an attorney to spend a couple of hours with you to tell you this kind of basic information. So any way that we can help make them stronger and more knowledgeable and give them more confidence in approaching their business, I want that to be a low barrier to entry.
Well, I think everyone's going to really appreciate that. And you were speaking a minute ago about your community and building a community. Mm-hmm. You really did that with your Facebook page. Tell everyone about the Facebook page and how that just sort of unfolded.
So Women Entrepreneurs in Cannabis is the name of the page. It was something I started as a marketing arm of Kadin Academy, but I was very fortunate to have incredible mentors come on board when I started who were willing to share their information, who were also willing to invite their friends into the group. And it was just kind of right place, right time. There was not really anything that was filling the need for women to be able to truly connect in a safe environment with one another and share resources. It just kind of filled that hole. And with my background in social media and marketing, I've grown communities before, and I understood how to create an environment that would really provide the most benefit for women. So we've grown to 4,500 members today.
Oh, my gosh. And there's members from all over the world, too. It's not just
all
United States.
Over the world.
It's like whatever the hot topic of the moment is, it seems like it pops up on your Facebook page. It's crazy. Well, we've been speaking with Kyra Reed, CEO of Kadin Academy, and all of their information will be on the MJBulls website, including their Facebook page, the link to their Facebook page. Kyra, thanks for being on the show today. This has been really insightful, and it's something that's way overdue. So thanks for doing this.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about it, Dan, and thank you for your interest in what's happening with women in the industry. We appreciate your alliance.
Well, I have 2 daughters. It's about time. Something needs to be done.
We are better together.
We are better together. We are better together. Good luck. Crappy's Feel Better Company is a cannabinoid CPG company with a line of easy-to-use CBG, CBD, and CBN products built for the weekend warriors, the weekday Zoomers, and anyone in between. Crappy's next-gen products incorporate pharmaceutical-derived chemistry to precisely blend minor cannabinoids and terpenes, creating a series of proprietary formulas for hyper-targeted use cases. Harnessing a team of experts with over 75 combined years of chemistry experience, the company relies on its novel solubility technology, state-of-the-art delivery, consistent results, and unique eye-catching branding to stand out from the crowd. Crappy's executive team and chemists have created a vast and diverse product pipeline to maintain relevance in a saturated market. To find out how you can participate in Crappy's Feel Better expansion, which includes major retail placements, university-executed clinical trials, IP and patent submissions, GMP and API scale-up, and international distribution, go to crappysfeelbetter.com or on Instagram at crappysfeelbetter. Today's show was made possible by the generous support of our sponsors, like Alt36, the country's premier blockchain payment processing platform that's providing dispensaries and its customers with a safe and secure payment option other than cash. To learn more, go to alt36.com.